Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about kind of a deep subject, funeral processions. I know it's not such a happy topic, but some of you out there might be wondering, are there any laws regarding this type of thing? Well, I'll save you a little bit of research. Each state has their own laws. Actually, that might make more work for you because you have to look up your state. But I would say a common courtesy for you as someone who's not in the funeral procession, common courtesy is just let them go through. You might be a little bit later to where you're going than you would have been, but imagine these people that are in the line, they're mourning someone they love or someone they knew, a friend or a family member. The last thing they want on this day is to have someone make their day even worse. You cutting through the line or cutting into the line, that sort of thing. And one time I made a mistake and did something I shouldn't have done with one of the funeral processions, and one of the law enforcement officers was not happy with what I did, and I was wrong to do that. So I would say just have a little bit of common courtesy, think about the people that are in this line and they're already having kind of a sad day probably, so do your best to not make it worse for them. And I'm going to leave you with what I saw this morning. It was a funeral procession coming through an intersection, and there was a lot of cars. They all had their blinking lights. That's kind of a general rule. When you're in the line, if they have blinking lights, they're part of the funeral procession. And a lot of times they're led by a law enforcement officer, or at the end they'll also have a law enforcement officer. So you kind of know where the line begins and ends. But again, each state has their own rules and own laws about such things. So if you're really curious, look up your state and you can find out what's legal, what's illegal, what's courteous to do, and that sort of thing. You guys have a great day. Hope you're not in any funeral processions today yourself. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you next time. Bye.